Coming from an abusive or an addictive home, it's sometimes hard to recognize what's okay and what's not, because you've always been surrounded by what's not, and it's always been okay, and it's always been all you know. My aunt and her children have made the claim that they are no longer on drugs. But my aunt is also targeting my brother's grave, which tells me that she is most likely not in a headspace that's away from the abuse to where she can see what's proper and what's not, what's okay and what's not to do. She was always, it's never mattered to her what happened to everybody else. It's never mattered to her. She knew my father was abusive. She knew that her sister was getting her face kicked in every night. She knew that her sister's children were being abused. She knew that there were drugs. She knew. And she ignored it and allowed it to continue for decades. For decades. Cathy knew. When my brother was born, Cathy knew that it was because of the abuse of my father that he was handicapped. Cathy knew. Everybody in the family knew. Everybody of age. The children didn't understand. But Cathy was a full fucking adult. And she knew. And she did nothing to protect her sister. She did nothing to protect her nephew. She did nothing to protect her nieces. Do you know what she did? She disconnected herself from her family. She stopped talking to her sister. Oh, sorry, Katrina's getting her face kicked every single night. I should just stop calling. Because who wants to hear about that? Cathy knows for a fact that my brother spent his entire life handicapped by his abusive father. And she's still choosing to target that child's grave. She's still choosing, knowing full well that part of his handicap is on her. If you know that your sister is being severely beaten while she's pregnant and you don't do a goddamn thing, and that child is born handicapped because of that abuse, you hold responsibility. You are fucking responsible, bitch. You knew my mother was being beat. You knew it was happening while she was pregnant. You knew. You knew my mother was doing drugs while she was pregnant. You did nothing. Because you were also being beat. Because you were also doing drugs. Because that's the way it was and it was okay. And now it's okay for you to target his grave. It's not. It's never been okay. And you think I'm not going to say anything because you never said anything. You knew your sister was being beat and you didn't speak up, so you don't want me to speak up about what you're doing to me. Because in all of history, none of us have ever fucking spoken up. My brother deserves a better family. My brother deserves a decent place to be buried where he's not being targeted by his own family, who is the reason that he's in the position he was ever in. Cathy could have stopped my brother from being handicapped if she had ever gone to the authorities about my father's abuse or about my brother's drug addiction. Cathy knew that my mom was taking drugs the day she gave birth to me in a car. She knew that she wasn't planning to go to the hospital because her husband had told her not to go to the hospital. She knew that her sister was planning to let me die as an infant. And she was never going to do anything. Now I'm a big problem for her because I won't stop speaking out and I won't stop talking about the shit that she never talked about. She's going to go after my brother because he can't talk. He can't fight back. He can't argue. He can't tell the world what she's doing. He can't tell them that he loves them. He can't tell her that he loves her and he doesn't want her to target him anymore. He can't tell her that it upsets him to have his final resting place desecrated by his own blood family. He can't tell them that all he ever wanted was for them to love him. Even when he was alive, he couldn't tell them that because they took that option away at his birth through abuse, and then denied and lied about that abuse, and now they continue targeting and abusing his grave. Jesus Christ, at what point does it end?